Hi, this is Seth David from Nerd Enterprises for Make It Work, and today we're talking about QuickBooks.
There are a few kinds of QuickBooks files that you deal with when you're working in QuickBooks, particularly in the area of backups. There's the backup file, there's the portable company file, and then of course there's the accountant's copy. So when we go over to File here and we click on Save a Copy or Backup, we're going to get several choices. And the first one is the backup. And that's the original backup that has always come with QuickBooks that you could make, and the file ends in .qbb, and that's typically what you made, obviously, to back the file up, but also if you wanted to transfer it to somebody, because QuickBooks creates a smaller file out of that. Then QuickBooks came out with the portable company file, which is an even smaller file than the backup, making it more transferable. And that's what was the intention of it. Was the portable company file was going to be the file that you would send when you wanted to send your QuickBooks file to somebody. Then you have the accountant's copy, which we have a full-length tutorial on the accountant's copy in our blog. You can search for it there and you'll find it. But for the purposes of this, the accountant's copy is what you create to send to your accountant. And what's unique about this is it lets you create a dividing date. And that dividing date basically splits off the QuickBooks file. And it says your accountant can edit anything prior to that date, and you can continue working on anything after that date. This way you can keep working on your QuickBooks file while your accountant reviews it, makes adjustments, and they can post those adjustments and then bring those changes back into your company file. So this way it doesn't interrupt your use of the file, and you can keep doing your day-to-day bookkeeping with it while the accountant's reviewing it. So this comes in very handy. If you haven't gotten to be familiar with it, I encourage you to go to our blog at quickbooksnerd.com and go search for the write-up on the accountant's copy. We've got an interactive tutorial on that one. So those are basically the three files. And the thing for me in terms of transferring it now is I don't even bother using the portable company file anymore, because nowadays you can use a service like usendit.com, and I'll show it to you. And you can easily transfer the file over to anyone using this service. Don't send it as an attachment in an email. It can clog up people's mail servers. So that's what I do. And with that in mind, because now with a service like this, it doesn't matter how big the file is, I just send the full-fledged company file, which is a .qbw. And incidentally, while we're talking about the file types, you may be wondering, how do I find out where the file is? Well, you can find out very simply by holding down the Control key on your keyboard and pressing the number 1. And it brings up your product information dialog box, and over here you can see the entire file path. Now, one thing also that's nice that they did, I think starting in 2009, or maybe it was just this edition, 2010, is they actually enabled you to copy that file path. What does that do? It enables me to open up a window like my documents and come right up to the top here and paste that file path in. And what you want to do if you're just trying to get to the location is make sure you delete the file itself out of the file path, go back up to the last /, and then hit enter, and it opens up the folder. And as you can see, I'm in the sample company file, so it took me to the folder location where it's got all those. Also, to find it quickly, here's a Windows tip for you. Right click anywhere in the white space, click Group By, and choose Type. And when you do that, it breaks it up, as you can see, by file type. So now I'm looking for the QuickBooks company file in that folder. And this is very handy, especially if you happen to have a lot of files in the folder where your QuickBooks file is. And anywhere you have a QuickBooks file, there's going to be a few, because QuickBooks creates all these subsidiary files. So this makes it much easier to find. And that's pretty much my 4-minute, 5-minute webcast on QuickBooks file types. And you know, if you were sending it via YouSendIt, now once you're here, you could copy this link, and we can go back over to YouSendIt, and when we're choosing the file here, you'd simply paste that file path right in from your clipboard, choose Open, and even within this dialog, the Open File dialog, and this works for any program, not just QuickBooks, you can use the Group By feature and choose Type, and once again, you'll be able to find your file very quickly by doing that. And there's your sample company files. So, and if you like these little Windows tips, we're going to be doing a full series, a 3-part series on organizing your files on your computer, and we're going to be going over tips just like what you've just seen here.